God, that's the biggest buck of my life.
So at the start of 2021, my main buck I wanted to go after, I nicknamed him Baby Tex. And this deer, believe it or not, he was in velvet. He never lost his velvet. So going into 2021, I really wanted to get on this deer. He was probably like 160-inch 9-point. He was a big deer. Going into 2021, at the very start of season, I threw quite a few sits at this deer back to back.
So, my second day of season here in Ohio, and we're after a deer, well, 2 deer on this property. One I call Baby Tex. Second one's Rocky. Rocky's a 5.5-year-old, and Baby Tex is a 4.5-year-old. But something special about Baby Tex is he's still in velvet. I have like 3 years of history with this deer, and last year he shed one side in November, so I was real curious on what he was going to do this year as far as antler growth and the deer blew up.
And I knew where he was bedding. The bucks bed on this property in the same exact spot every single year. And with the wind at the start of season, how it was, I felt like I could get close to him or kill him to where he was coming to feed.
September 30th, it's about 4:45 right now. I just got set up right about 10 minutes ago. But I'm back in hunting Baby Tex for the second day. The buck is still in velvet, so I don't know what's really wrong with this deer. But to the best of my knowledge, he's a 4.5-year-old, and he looks like he's a 2.5-year-old body-wise. But I don't know. Besides that, I would really, really love to kill this deer. Every time that he comes into the food, he is walking the same exact trail. He walks in on that trail and leaves on that trail. So I kind of came in, did some scouting. I got a north wind, and the north wind does not work good for the stand that I have set for him. So I came in getting a little bit aggressive. I'm about probably 90 yards, 80 yards from where I'm getting his picture. I know I got an idea of what trail that he is using to go where he's feeding. All right, guys. So it's October 1st, third night of hunting Baby Tex. I was super close last night. I had some does move through, and I thought he was gonna show last night, and he didn't. My cell camera goes off, and he's standing by this stand. It was after dark.
All of a sudden, I believe it was October 6th, I get this picture of this buck on a totally different property. Don't know the deer, and it was kind of a crappy trail camera picture of him. It was on a trail, and the picture was him with his head up looking at it from the back. Seeing this trail camera picture, I knew if I wasn't going to be able to get on Baby Tex, that I knew I would kind of now bounce back and forth between these two properties and try to kill this other deer possibly.
All right, so it's October 10th. Mickey and I are back hunting Baby Tex. I think this is the 4th or 5th hunt for him. I hope this is the last hunt for Tex. That way we could get Mickey going on a buck on this property or a different property. So, I don't know. I don't know what to expect, really. This deer seems so willy-nilly on walking daylight. You just don't ever do it when we're here.
This other property where this buck was, there's a big CRP field, a couple oak ridges, and then a big swamp. Well, from hunting this property a few years prior, I knew that these bucks like to bed up on the back end of the swamp. So called a buddy up, we got out, and when I was planning to do a hanging hunt, and I was gonna hunt the back end of the swamp on a south wind. So we got in there. It was a start of a cold front. We got in the swamp, used this creek for access, and we ended up jumping this deer. I had a hunch he was bedding on the back end of the swamp. I already have a stand set up probably about 250 yards from this bed up on an oak flat. And this is kind of a new stand. I told a couple of my buddies that I wanted to try this spot out. Always see big rubs in there. And I just felt like now knowing where one of this buck's beds is, I might be able to kill him coming up this ravine to feed up on these oaks.
October 22nd. Finally feel like it's bow season with this weather that we got. It's like a high of 52 today. So Nick and I came in, we're hunting this oak ridge. I got some corn dumped out here. And I've got a couple really, really nice bucks showing up. One buck is like a mainframe 10 with like some extras on him. And he daylighted yesterday morning and last night. And we got a swamp down the hill here that he's coming out of, and he's working his way up this ridge, feeding on corn and feeding on acorns. I came in today after hunting and hung the stand, and when I came in here, there's a bunch of fresh scrapes on top of this ridge, and he was on camera, so I'm guessing that was him. The wind's perfect, it's blowing right back towards the road. I hope we kill him. He's a big buck, man.
To be honest, it was honestly pretty slow to start out the hunt. I can't remember what time, but it was just getting to be prime time. One of my cell cameras goes off, and on the same property, just on the opposite end of the property, ended up being another shooter. All of a sudden, it was just like the woods came alive. So all of a sudden I get a phone call, and it's Mickey. He's telling me he just killed the biggest buck of his life. So Nick and I are sitting there literally talking to Mickey, and I hear a stick break, and I turn around and this deer's walking in.
He's dead enough for Mickey.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Mick. Yes. Yes, dude.
Way to go, Mick.
Good job, Mickey.
Right through the shoulder, 22 yards.
Yes.
I can shoot right here. Shoot. Okay. Right here, shoot. Okay.
my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, that's the biggest buck of my life. That's the biggest buck. We need to get another one there, dude. That's the biggest. As soon as possible. We gotta get down, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, the one with the trashy brown tires is right here at 5 yards. 5
That
yards.
one's bigger.
Ended up spying the deer. Biggest deer in my life. So instantly, you know, I'm freaking out. When he rolled down the hill, to me, we hear a big crash and then nothing after. So to me, I'm thinking the deer's pretty much expired right there. But still, with a spine shot, you still want to get down to the deer as quick as possible, get him taken care of. So shaking terribly. Like I said, it's the biggest bug of my life. Finally get my composure. And Nick's like, you got to get down, get another arrow in him. So got down, got another arrow in him. And before I knew it, Nick and I were just sitting over the biggest deer in my life. And it was one of the greatest moments of my life, of my hunting career.
Oh my God.
Pop that headlight off.
I
get my boyfriend back.
I'm speechless. It's just, yeah, I still gotta film, babe.
I know, but
Oh my. That's the biggest deer in my life.
It's gonna be sad as getting up this mountain. Should have brought a come along, not the sled.
Oh my God. Mickey shot one too.
I talked to him.
Did you?
I made my rounds.
Okay. Look at that, dude. Look at that. Look at that mass. All right, guys. So like I was saying, the way this happened, as far as after the first shot, is not what you want to do. I mean, like I said, you as a hunter, you want to put the most ethical shot on these amazing creatures as you can, and literally took me 4 arrows. And I mean, they're in his vitals. The thing would just not die. Would not die. I spined him on the first shot, and he came down this mountain, big ridge, and I mean, it took him an hour to die with 4 arrows in him. I could not believe that. The willpower that these things have to live is unbelievable. I mean, I don't know how old this deer is. He's been running these hills for years. Like we said, it just happened tonight. Like halfway down this hill, caught a buck chasing, and a doe ran up the hill behind us, and we were watching him, and then we get a call from Mickey, and Mickey says he just killed the biggest buck of his life. So we're all fist pumping in the tree stand, and I turn around, I hear something, I turn around and I go, Nick, there's a giant walking right at us. And then come to find out, the other buck that I have in here with trashy brow tines, he's got all kinds of points coming out of his brows. The buck ended up 5 feet below us, and I almost shot him. But he ended up looking up in the tree and spotted me. Probably made, would you say, probably about a 25-yard shot now, Nick? I thought it was a little bit further, so I used my 30, and that's what made for the high shot. But man, is this thing a freaking beast.